For this project, I mainly was focused on doing a fidget toy that I personally enjoyed. For this, I started sketching like really complex ideas at first, then realized I just wanted more of a simple thing, which I later did a spinner with two switches. This was the first model I did after finish up the sketching. The first model didn't work because I realized it was just like pointless. um the point here was to make the base model of the switch, then add like another part, and then the switch itself. It doesn't make sense, so I just completely did like the whole process again, this time making it like better and more like accurate, I guess. um in this part I was putting like the switches in like both ends and putting them together through a little hole so the switches wouldn't fly away, which later I then realized it wasn't really needed since the switches had magnets in them, and it kept the piece like, I guess, in place when you would spin the spinner. So then I came up with this final model, which it was just way cleaner. So it didn't have the holes for the switch, and it was just like clean in all sides, and it was way smaller because the problem of the last one was that it was just too big. I even like 3D printed, as you will see later in the video, and it was just way too big for it to spin. The switches did work, but the only issue was that it was just too big for it to spin, so then I had to 3D print it again. This was the first one, the second one, and as you can see, oh yeah, this was a part of me like building it, and as you can see, it was just too big. Like, it was the size of my hand, so it wouldn't spin at all. And this was the second one and the final one. As you can see, a smaller bearing, and the piece overall was just smaller. This was a part of sanding, which took a long time, like each little piece too, and then painting it together. And after that, I just put everything together. As for the rendering, I first did it on Twinmotion, but didn't like how it ended. So I then did it on Keyshot, added some textures, and it looked way better. After that, I exported it as a PNG to keep it transparent and started doing the poster. I tried to keep things as minimalistic as I could. I'm not really like that well at doing minimalistic stuff, but I think it turned out really well. And as for the entire process, that's all about it. And yeah, thank you.